Hi, and welcome to my podcast, Happiness is Just a Choice Away. I am not here to promise you that you will be forever happy after watching this podcast. However, I will give you some practical tools and some more awareness around the subject. And who knows, you may just choose to be happy from now on. Because shocking news, happiness is actually a choice. Did you know that? We don't ask ourselves the question, am I happy? Very often. Do you? Are you happy? Have you ever wondered why we're not being asked that question growing up? When we are kids? Do our parents ask us, what do you want to be when you grow up? And what if you answered, I want to be happy? Would that be an answer that would be validated in this society? Would that be the answer your parents want to hear? So let me ask you again, are you happy? What if it was just a choice? And what if you could just choose to be happy from now on? Because you actually can. In this podcast, I will be using a lot of Access Consciousness tools. They're not from me. They're from Access Consciousness, Gary Douglas and Dane here, and Simone Velasquez. And I will also be using the clearing statement. If you want to know more about the clearing statement, you can go to theclearingstatement.com, and there's a video that will explain to you exactly how it works and what it's for. So you don't really need to understand it, you can just use it. It just helps to clear, eliminate, delete limitations you may have, energetic limitations, because most limitations we have are energetic, not so much cognitive. And the clearing statement sounds like this: right and wrong, good and bad, pot and pock, all nine, shorts, boys, poets, and beyonds. It's basically my magic wand I use to change anything in my life that I would like to change. Maybe you want to use it too. So what is it with us and happiness? We have so many concepts around happiness. We believe that so many things need to be fulfilled in order for us to be able to be happy. We have so many concepts about all the circumstances that need to be right. Maybe you need to have enough money first. Maybe you need to be healthy first. Maybe you need to find the perfect man or woman. Maybe you need to find a way to get along with your boss or parents or whatever it is. We have so many concepts that we use to avoid just choosing happiness right away. What if there was nothing we needed in order to be able to choose to be happy right now? In this podcast, I'm going to show you different angles, different aspects around the subject. And I'm just inviting you to be open for things to change for you. Even if you don't understand them, even if they don't make sense to you at first. But what if it was actually possible for you to choose to be happy? There are also a lot of spiritual ideas and concepts around things like our higher purpose or destiny or our soul mission, all the things we need to find first before we then can be happy. What if your only purpose of being here on this planet is actually to be happy? I'm gonna play a lot with the tool light or heavy. So for any of you who don't know that tool, it's about anything that's light for you is true for you. Anything that's heavy for you is a lie. So I'm going to ask you right now, ask yourself the question, I have to find my soul mission. Does that feel light to you? Is that something that opens up a space where you can relax and just be happy? Or is that a concept that actually creates a lot of stress in your universe? And is that something you want to hold on to? Is that true? You need to have a higher purpose. You need to live what you came here for. You need to do this and that before you can actually be fulfilled. All of these concepts, all they do is they pull us out of the present moment. And they are, in my universe, they're just a distraction from the fact that you could choose to be happy right now. When you are happy, you change the world just by being you, and everything around you heals. The more you smile, the more you're just being you, the happy you, the more you change everything around you. You don't even need to do anything. And I invite you now, will you please tap into the energy of a world in which every single being is happy, truly happy. Will you do that for me? Tap into the energy of that. What would that look like? How would that feel? What kind of choices would we make? How would we create our lives? How would we wake up in the morning? If we lived in a world where everybody was happy, if we lived in a world where unhappiness wasn't even known as a concept, where unhappiness wasn't real, where nobody had any interest in making unhappiness real. And we'll get to that more in detail in the next episode. But just tap into the energy. What would it be like to live in a world where everybody was happy? And the happier you are, the happier you will make everybody around you. And the happier other people around you are, the happier they will make you. And it will have this ripple effect. Nobody can be unhappy anymore. Just tap into that energy for a minute. And just allow yourself to breathe that in. And imagine what kind of life that would be. Imagine how amazing, how fabulous, how miraculous your life would be. And what's the value of choosing anything else than that for your life? And everything that doesn't allow you to choose being happy right now, we destroy now, create it. Right and wrong, good and bad, pot and pock, all nine, shorts, boys, poets, and beyonds. That's the clearing statement I was mentioning in the beginning. You know, being joy is the natural state of who you actually are. That's who we are. We're infinite beings, made of pure joy. That's who we are. So why is it that most people on this planet are not happy? Did you ever think about that? How come? If joy is who we naturally are, how come most people living on this planet Earth are not happy? Where did we learn unhappiness from? Did you learn it from your parents? Did you ever ask yourself, is your mom happy? Is your dad happy? Was the question, am I happy, even relevant in their universe? Or were they simply trying to survive, trying to make the best with what they had at the time? It was a different time back then. Were they really happy? Were you able to learn happiness from them? And when you were happy as a kid, were you being received with your happiness? Or were you too much? Did you have too much energy when you were happy? Were you making people around you feel uncomfortable? Were you too exuberant, too expressful, too bright, too brilliant, too whatever, too. So you started dimming down your happiness. You started adapting to what you saw everybody around you do, choosing unhappiness, creating unhappiness. And we'll look more into that, how we create that and how that works in a later episode. But just for now, what if life wasn't about surviving, but thriving? And what if now is the time and space to choose to just be happy, deliriously happy, unlimited, as happy as you can be? And what if there's so much more happiness available than you've ever asked for? I'm looking forward to being with you in this podcast and exploring joy and happiness. Have a wonderful day.